Okay, so this is just a quick tutorial on Tzit making. Now, the commandment is to make tassels and wear them on the four corners of your clothing. So there's lots of different ways that you can do this. You can do this according to rabbinical Judaism, or you can just kind of have a little bit of fun with it and show off your personality in a little bit. And I don't think that's anything wrong with that. We're supposed to be individuals. So anyways, I'm going to just quick show you the two styles that you can do as far as Tzit making. So on the first one, I tend to gravitate towards this braided style because it lays much nicer on the clothing. Crispin, do you have a pair on? Can you stand up? So what I mean by that is that sometimes when you make them coiled, they don't lay, just let it rest. They don't lay really nicely, and Crispin's actually got his, I made the hole on these a little small, so basically what happens is they end up kind of going like this. Do you have a pair of twisted ones in your room by any chance? Do you have the ones we made for Sukkot last year?
Yeah.
Okay, so Crispin's going to go ahead and grab a pair of the twisted ones just to kind of show you how they lay against his pants. I really do like the braided ones. They're a little bit longer, and they still have the counts of 10, 5, 6, 5 with the knots in them, but they're a little bit longer. Now, if you notice, this is our other style here. This is the twisted style. This is a more traditional style of Tzit. And the most important part of fulfilling the commandment is that you have your blue thread, and that represents the coming of the Messiah. So you always want to have that little bit of longer blue thread sticking out of it. I've seen a lot of criticism where Tzits are. Hang on, let me pause my. Can you pause that for me, honey? I've seen a lot of criticism when it comes to Tzits, where we'll criticize people that put beads in them, criticize how people wear them. But the reality is, the commandment is very simple. Wear tassels on your clothing, period. Make sure there's a cord of blue running through the tassel. So anyways, so I'm going to really quick show you how to wrap, but I'm not going to actually leave it that way. I'm going to undo it, and then I'm going to show you how to braid it, because I really do think it's a much more appealing style of Tzit. So she ain't buying. My cat wants to get in on the action because there's so much yarn and thread involved. Okay, so anyways, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to turn this over to my son so he can actually videotape my hands and show what I'm doing. Just dry them off on your pants or something. What are you doing? Just dry your hands off so you can grab the phone. Okay, anyways, so I'm going to turn this over to him so you can watch what I'm doing here, okay? All right, so I just want you to try and watch my hands while I'm doing this, okay? So basically what you want to do is you want to take your blue threads. If you're wrapping, you want to, that cat, I'm telling you, you want to go ahead and pull your, a couple of your white threads out, okay? So you'll take 2 of the white threads out. You can leave the other 4 over here. And basically what you're going to do is you're going to wrap. You're going to say, 1, wrap again, 2, are you zoomed in so you can really see what I'm doing here? And then 3, and then 4, 5, 6, 7. You're holding these ones here really tight with your thumb so that they don't get away from you. 8, 9. You can use whatever colors you want to use too. You're not stuck to just blue and white. The most important thing is that you just have the white, or the blue in there rather. So then when you get down here, you're going to take your threads and you're going to split them. okay? And holding it tightly, you're just gonna split those and do a simple knot like this, okay? Then you're gonna grab your two white threads again, and you will simply start wrapping again. This time we're gonna do a wrap of 5. So we got 1. You want to try and secure your Tzit so it's not constantly rolling on you, because it'll really screw up your counts, okay? So actually I need to come back around because it rolled on me. So there's 1, 2, and there again, if you're making really big loops, you can use like a cabinet door or something like that, and you can hang it on there. There's lots of different ways you can secure it. When I'm sitting down here, this is how I usually do it. When I'm upstairs doing them, I'll usually put them on the key in my roll top desk, the loops, and it holds them nice and straight for me. So 3, 4, 5. And again, you're gonna separate those threads, make a quick knot, okay? Make sure you're straight again. Grab your white threads. Okay, so we're gonna, oh, it kind of got jacked up there. Okay, so here we go. 1, after you make these for a while, it gets really like, you don't even really have to think about it. You just wind them up and go. All right, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, oops. And we can see where that can go incredibly wrong really fast, huh? You just get going too fast. Okay, so stay still. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Separate. Knot. 1. Flip it back around. You gotta really handle your thread, because otherwise it'll just get away from you and then it won't end up even. 2, 3. Come on, you don't want to cooperate. 3, 4, 5. Separate. Tie in a knot. And then what I usually do at this point, because you see you have this like this gap here, can you come around this way, kind of look at this from my view, see how it just kind of ends like that? And then you can always like play with them and try and get them to lay right, but they never will. So what I typically do at this point is I'll grab all of the threads and just make a quick knot like this. Okay, pull them all through and do that, and then it lays nice and flat. See what I'm saying? So that's your wrapped style. Now in working it, you can play around with a lot of different threads. It doesn't matter how many threads you use. If it's a thin yarn, obviously you want to use a thinner thread, or a lot more thread, because the yarn is so thin. But you can basically use, I've pretty much experimented with every type of yarn and thread that there is, and I always end up making them out of either making them out of this thread here, which is kind of like paracord, but it's not paracord, it's a nice acrylic thread. And then, but my all-time favorite is actually, you can see I've got every type of thread in here, but my all-time favorite is using this paracord. It's the most durable, it's very easy to work with, and it's very easy to maintain and keep for a while, because it doesn't fray out like your cotton threads and yarns. I find the cotton to be very difficult to work with because it frays a lot. And then I also like stuff like this round ribbon is very fun. It's multicolored. It changes colors all the time. And then here's another one. I love this one too. This is where you get, let me grab it. This is where you get this really cool look, you know. You got this going on where it changes all the time. And it's different colors of blue, gradient, light to dark, and then black. I used to use beads a lot, but I stopped using beads because they're really hard to put on. I love beads in them because they're pretty and everything. Here, take this. I like the beads in them because it's pretty, but at the same time, it's really, really hard to get it on the thread. So I just stopped bothering. It's just not worth it. So now I'm going to teach you, as soon as I can get this one all unknotted. This is a little bit thinner than the paracord, and it's got a little bit of glitter in it. So it's kind of hard to unknot because I can't see for nothing. So just going to pull this out here, and then I will show you. Anybody can do this, and I really recommend that you do this because it is not only fun, but very relaxing to do it. I really do enjoy sitting here listening to my teachings on Shabbat and making my Tzit. I'm relaxing, I'm fulfilling commandments, I'm engaging, and I'm connecting with God when I'm doing this. So it's very fulfilling. Okay, so with the braided style, you can use 2 to 3 colors. The ones I showed you on Crispin's pants were, I used black, blue, and white, one of each thread, and then you double them over and you make your loop. So you should have 2 white, 2 blue, 2 black. Well, in this case, I'm just using blue and white. So basically, you're just going to separate them apart, and you're going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now when I get to this point, what I do is I grab this row here that's in the middle. I'll throw it in my mouth and hold it tight, and then make a knot. Okay, and then you start again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Again, you take the middle ones, hold them in your mouth, and make a knot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Last knot. They're much quicker to make too. And then again, you have that separation between the cords. So I just grab them all, wrap them around my finger, and give them a quick twist so that they all stay together and lay nicely. And that's it. And now we have a new Tzit. It's very nice, very good look. And then what I'll usually do is I'll grab the ends, I'll leave out one of the blue threads, and I'll cut the other ones a little bit shorter. And then trim them up nice, and they're ready to go. All right, I hope this video has helped you to kind of learn how to make your own Tzit. I recommend doing it for everybody. All right, God bless.